Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
Part 4 of ABBA is on deck for today.
Yes.
We've got Chiquitita,
I like that one.
Winner Takes It All,
That was good too.
and Take a Chance on Me.
That was also good.
Those are the three that we've done. And so, you know, it's been very different each song creatively. I think in the last song, we really got to see maybe a little more of the composition, how they can create, you know, a very unique sound with all their artistry and, you know, the composition of it being a little more complex than the first two. And I think you guys were saying that the first two that we did in Chiquitita and Winner Takes It All, it wasn't customary for ABBA. And
yeah, not really their like customary sound.
so it was interesting that we did those two first.
Starting with that.
Anyway, so we're doing a Dancing Queen. Now, we got to this one, we were saying on the last one that we might want to do a live version of this because I don't know it, but Sam does,
Yes.
right? You know this song.
I do.
So we were saying we might do a live version, but then we were talking about it, and it's like, well, if this is their most popular song, if not the most, one of maybe like the top 3 or whatever, it probably makes sense for me just to listen to, you know, the actual studio version, and then we can check out a live performance from them after the fact. So we still want to do something live, and you guys had some great recommendations on the last video for a live version of this one, but also a few other ones.
Yeah.
So you can always leave those as well in the comments, and we'll be sure to keep on task with that. But I figured, you know what, Dancing Queen, if this is their big hit, then I might as well hear it, you know. Because I think with ABBA, they use a lot of complex instrumentation, and, you know, they've got, you know, the 4 of them all together is like, you know, super group, right? So, you know, hearing that in prime quality first, I think is probably the best way to go. So
yeah, I was kind of surprised for, you know, you to say that you had read that this was their most popular song, because I had always thought like Mamma Mia was their most popular song because there's like the movie and everybody's always play like renditions of it. So I just had kind of thought that was like their most popular, you know, I guess, song that had translated into other artistry as well. But I mean, I guess like that, if that's still popular, this one just I think was more of like what was considered like the American disco or whatever, right?
well, I think, you know, like I'm not an ABBA expert for one.
Yeah,
so
I'm not either, so.
But from what I understood is that in terms of the charts, in terms of the popularity worldwide in all these different countries,
Yeah, I guess
this is their most renowned song.
Sure.
But I don't know, because I don't know that much about Mamma Mia, so I could be wrong. But I think oftentimes too, some songs just translate better into things like plays or whatever else, right? From
that's true.
the creative aspect. So maybe from the musical side of things, this was their most popular song, but maybe from other aspects in terms of entertainment, Mamma Mia grew. So anyways, that's just my take. I could be wrong, and you guys will let me know in those comments because they're always super informative, especially on these ABBA videos. You guys pile in and hit those comments. We love that. All right. Are you ready for me to get my first vibe of Dancing Queen and for you to vibe out, I'm sure? You said you know this song very well, or?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like, I've listened to it a bazillion times and know every single word, but I'm relatively familiar with it, yes.
Do you like the song?
I do, yes.
All right, so she's probably going to vibe out. I get to, you know, zone in and see what it's all about. So let's get to it.
You are the dancing queen.
dancing queen.
Well, I already know what your feelings are on this one. By your dance moves in the chair there, I was surprised you didn't just get out of the chair and just leave me to do my thing here. But, it's a very, very deep composition. And when I say deep, I mean there's lots of depth in what the, instrumentation is providing.
Yeah.
It's very cool because I feel like they just pop in and out with certain instruments and sounds throughout the verse. And, then they come into this like super, high-end vocal range on the chorus. And it's, obviously their harmonies are fantastic when they're blended together.
I really like the piano in it too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the rhythm itself, they've got this strong bass line and a nice groove with all the percussion in there that really sets the tone for this rhythm and this dance vibe.
Yeah.
Dancing Queen, obviously. Like the disco aspect,
Yeah.
right? But it's very cool because, like, to me, it's just got so much more vibrancy and depth than what you would traditionally think of disco with.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of like a symphony of disco.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, that's just what's so cool to me about the composition of it. It's just like as we go, like I said, going through these verses, I'm just hearing like this pop of this instrument and this aspect, and I don't know if it's maybe a synthesizer here or whatever, but like I said, the driving rhythm with this melody that they've composed on top of their great vocals. It's I can see why it's a hit record that did so well, because it just constantly feels like this flow of energy that is just composed and mixed in the perfect way. It's like,
I feel like it has like a really good like feel good vibe to it.
Yeah, it's got that feel good vibe, but I think it's kind of exploding. Like dynamite. This feel good feeling of dancing and everything else that they've put into this one composition, and it's very, very well done. I can see, like I said, why it's. I mean, not that they need my
stamp of approval.
My stamp of approval, obviously not. But I recognize why this is so renowned in terms of their catalog.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it too. This is like the first time I'm hearing it in like a relatively long time, I would say, and I was like, oh yeah.
What's your favorite part about it?
I think, like I said, I just really like the feel good vibe to it. I mean, I think that in all of their songs, the vocals are really strong and stand out to me, but I really like it in this. I feel like it kind of like really paint a picture of like this, dancing queen going out on town, like feel good vibes, have a good time. I think like when I was younger, because when I first got introduced to this, I was younger. I didn't really pick out a lot of the instrumentation because like you don't think about that when you're young, right?
Yeah.
But now, like listening to this now, I can also I can sit and pick out a lot of those pieces that I never would have in the past, like you said.
Yeah, I think to me the vocals are the best that I've heard out of the songs that we've done. I feel like this is their strongest vocal performances. They've been great in the past, but anyways, let's let them get back to it. We'll rewind it just a little bit. Is this your favorite song from ABBA, or that you know of?
Yeah, I would say this probably. I also like Mamma Mia, but I think part of that goes back to like when I was a kid. Like I was taken to see the play, and I saw the movie with my mom and my aunt and all that kind of stuff, right? So I feel like that's more of like a whole experience opposed to just a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was cool to get introduced to that. Like I said, I can totally see the complexity in this song, and why it was blowing up across the globe.
Yeah.
And like you alluded to, it's just like they got that feel good vibe to it. That
It's very catchy.
yeah, it's you can play it anywhere almost.
Yeah.
So that obviously would have alluded to some of the popularity growth as well. It's not confined to a set of circumstances when you can and can't play it. It's like you could play it anywhere. I go into a roller skating, or you're going to a restaurant, or you're gonna go bowling, or you're at the club, or like whatever.
Sure.
It could be applied to all these things.
Yeah.
So, and that's just, I think, indicative of their creativity in putting it together, and also the standout performance of their vocals, right? Like the fact that it's just so catchy and gives you such a good feeling and good vibe, I think is, like I said, representative of the group as a whole.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think they're awesome, and I think like obviously like you said, the vocals stand out, but the instrumentation from the guys' side was like met with their vocals.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction to Dancing Queen of the Dancing Queen here, and me getting my introduction from the musical side of things was cool. So I enjoyed that, and I see why the catalog for ABBA has a lot in it, and so now you got to hit those comments and let us know where you think we should go next and what you'd like us to do. And you guys keep saying do more ABBA, so we've done some more. So now you got to do your job and get in those comments and let us know.
Tell us which one to do next.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it from us for now, but we'll be back tomorrow, and if you want to subscribe, we'd love to have you on board, and if you do, we'll see you then.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.